Hey everybody, Zach Rhodes here, joining you from Oahu, Hawaii, currently at the Valley of the Temples, which is a cemetery, and also it does have a large temple structure, heavy Japanese influence, a lot of native Hawaiians buried here as well as several other different nationalities. I mean, I just walked by a Taiwanese, Laos, and Chinese cemetery or sub-cemetery located within this area. Absolutely beautiful view. I would say kind of higher end cemetery, dated 1963. It does have some gravestones that are dated before that. I don't know if that deals with interment at a later date, potentially. Do have some raised gravestones, tombs, as well as just flattened gravestones, which seem to be the predominant structure or way that individuals are buried here. Right behind me is a tomb, not very many of them, but as you can see, quite interesting with a picturesque view. You know, that just absolutely mesmerizing, this location. Now here I'll turn the camera around and you can see some of the other burial sites. Like I said, this is a cemetery that was officially established in 1963, but I do think that there were probably individuals that were buried here before that date. I actually got on the dln.hawaii.gov website and pulled an interesting fact that's on there pertaining to Native Hawaiian burial rights and Native American burial rights, therefore protected both nationally and by the state of Hawaii. You know, a lot of these gravestones have different symbols on them, you know, symbolizing the language barrier. So I don't know what a lot of them say, but there is also quite a few that are in English as well. You know, but some of the key terms that we've talked about in our class this week, mortuary populations. You know, since this is a newly established cemetery, 1963, there seems to be mostly Japanese and Hawaiian here. You know, but clear difference in the sexes. You know, they're indicated on all the different gravestones. You know, different in age groups. I saw some younglings, I saw some elderly, and then obviously just a general population, you know, that stresses the love from their ancestor or from their kinsfolk that ultimately buried these individuals here. And then drawing back on that Hawaii.gov website, states that for at least 2,000 years, Native Hawaiians have placed earthly remains and spirits of their kapuna or ancestors within the landscapes of Hawaii. Given the nature of Oahu, I'm almost certain there are unmarked graves here. You know, since the Native Hawaiians had been here for quite some time before the Americans came. I would assume that those who originally established the site followed the rules, you know, that are contained within that website. Contact the State Department if you come across an unmarked grave. Stop digging immediately. You know, that type of protection, preservation techniques that are kind of contained within archaeology itself. And so, you know, the website does also talk about the dignity and respect that they deserve for the dead. So, which I think is definitely important, and some other key items that we've talked about. You know, obviously the tombs and the burial sites. You know, differentiating between those buried above or below ground. Definitely drawing back on the classes. You know, the class system and the structures that we have. You know, obviously you're going to pay a little bit more for being, you know, above the ground. So there's also an interesting, you know, just that Japanese cultural aspect, drawing back on Pearl Harbor in World War II, I find quite interesting. But anyways, the ethics of archaeology, respecting the dead and the sites that are contained therein.